What's going on? Strat Soldier here for the weekend shift. What's going on? Beach Bum is in the house. Terry Baker, how you guys doing? Terry was out there on the coaching session. Very good session. We learned a lot of stuff. I learned some stuff. It was fun. Let me get these people. Where are these people? Where are my Twitter folks at? Where are my weekend shift crew at? Let me see. Let me switch this to, maybe we need a retweet up in this mug. Maybe we need a retweet up in this mug. Hold on. Where are my folks at? My crew. Where's my crew at? I got Terry Baker and the Beach Bum. You guys are here. You guys are here. And hold on. We got Brent in the house. Hold on. That's the only thing about changing the name from Twitter to X. Like, what do you call it now? You call it reposting. That's lame. That's lame. Retweet. Do it live. Do it live. Hold on. Do it live. If you've never seen that video of him freaking out on the camera, do it live. You got to watch it. What's going on? Ooh, we got somebody new. Demila. Sorry. Very cool. I don't know how to say that. Demila. Hey, I'm the Strat Soldier, not the English soldier, okay? This ain't Reading Rainbow. All right, before we get too far into it, this is Cedric. Cedric got the execution course on thestratsoldier.com. All right, he says for all those traders out there, I was really impressed with Strat Soldier's execution course. He explains everything to a T. A lot of questions I had about learning the strat were explained in the execution course. It's worth it. Don't miss out. Get in there, get that execution course, learn those actionable signals, the first universal truth of the strat. All right, no more looking at your charts, wondering where you get in at. No more looking at charts all zoomed out, looking for some cup and handle. Nah, I'm looking for hammers, shooters, inside bars. This is where I get in. This is my exit. That's what I'm talking about. And you get in there and you do it with confidence. All right, I am the Strat Soldier. I am the Strat Soldier for all the new people. If you've never seen me before, I help people increase their income in the stock market by teaching them how to create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops. And I do that by showing a trading method called the Strat. So you can learn how to trade without losing your time, your money, or your real life. All right? That's what I do. And I over-deliver. All right? I over-deliver. Get in there. Get that execution course. I have a webinar on Wednesday, the 22nd. All right, Wednesday, the 22nd. Learn the entire trading strategy. Learn the entire strat in one night. All right, there's only 6 slots left. Get in there. Get in there. All right, let's. I got a few more minutes in my intro. Demila's like, this boy can't read. Aaron Bailey's in the house. Dub Jones. Everybody's doing well. Interesting week. Insight on the week. Insight on the day on Friday. Good lesson to do nothing. For the weekend shift crew and the Strat Warriors, I know you guys have been watching that K-Trades interview. Everybody else will get to watch it next weekend on the 25th. All right, next weekend on the 25th. Y'all got to wait unless you become a member of the YouTube channel, Weekend Shift Crew or Strat Warriors. All right, you get to watch that thing. Let's get to it. Let's get to Corey. Corey Lewis is in the house. What's up, man? Yep, finally caught alive. You're here. Broadening for Ben, yes, okay. And then Corey got that broadening formation, unlocking broadening formations course. He says been through it twice, Thursday and Friday. It clarified so much. That's what I'm talking about. Good. Good. And I love that course because that's with real traders. That's why I like that course a lot. Hold on a second. Hold on. All right. Yeah, I like that broadening formation course a lot because this is with real traders, and I just wanted to show you guys. There you go. All right. That broadening formation course, unlocking broadening formations, is a great course. I talk about how to draw them, why we use them, how they're done in technical analysis, but how we use them in the strat. It's amazing. That's a good course. That was really fun to make, and it's with real traders. All right, we're asking real questions, and our list is in there. There's one trader in there giving me the business, asking me hard questions, boy. I'm like, you're supposed to be learning from me. She asking me some hard questions. It's fun though. It's a good course. Let's see what was anything funny happened in Twitter last week. That's what we normally do. Let's see. I got a couple more I got 5 more minutes in my intro. Let's see if there's anything funny that happened on Twitter. It's Twitter. All right, it was a dumb idea to call it X. Sorry, Elon, it was stupid. That's right. A regular dude said you stupid, calling it daggone X. Dumb. You lost so much branding. You lost so much branding. You lost the whole language that was just used for Twitter. For example, just reposting something. That's what we just got done talking about. That now we got to call it reposting. When we used to say retweet, and it was cool to say retweet. Now we're saying reposting. What am I gonna say? Re-Xing? Stupid. Dumb. I tell you one thing, he does not know marketing or branding. Anyway, yeah, everybody's like, what the, he telling Eagle? Yeah, yes I am. Anyway, shout out to TiVo, he's doing good things. After TiVo started learning how to, not because he knew how to create winning positions, but knowing when not to trade, and then knowing how to draw broadening formations and actually trade within that broadening formation, TiVo's doing some good things. He's doing some real good stuff. Shout out to Mighty Trades, Andy doing great things. Miss Wood, thank you so much for the retweet. That's me today. We're looking for some funny stuff. Shout out to Off Grid. How you doing? A lot of inside weeks. Shout out to Erica. I'm always out here talking mess. Shout out to Strat Judge. You will be judged. Yeah. There he is. There's Corey right there. Zay is in the house. Zay, what's up? Hey, I apologize to you, man. I missed your shows this week. I wanted to give you so much. I was going to give you all. You lucky I missed your show. That's what I'm going to say. I can go back and watch the replays, but you lucky I missed that show because I was going to give you the business, boy. I was going to be like, you said it was going to be red. Now it is red, and now you flip it. I was going to give you all kind of mess. I was going to talk so much trash. Uh-oh, Ms. Bacon is in the house. Uh-oh, Miss Bacon's in the house. Also, Corey got that. He got that. He'll be in that webinar on Wednesday. There's only 6 slots left. Get in there. It's a small class, so you get the attention that you need, okay? We're looking for that funny stuff last week. Trader, buy. She's new to me. I don't know, but anyway, she's doing some good things and she's learning the strat, and this is K Trades. Nope, that's not K Trades. Where's K Trades at? That's TiVo. All right, anyway, all doing good things. Looking for that funny stuff. Yeah, they were making fun of me like, this is Strat Soldier trading. They're like, this is Strat Soldier trading. Yeah, Dub Jones says, I like Twitter better. Yeah, tweet makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna tweet something. Get on them, get on that Twitter, tweet some stuff. Like, he's dumb. That's so stupid. Get rid of a whole brand. You just threw it away because you had an attitude. For people that don't know, the reason why Elon Musk bought Twitter, because he was forced to buy Twitter. He was forced to, because he was playing games. He bought a very large amount of stocks, like over 50% of stocks of Twitter, and Twitter CEOs, or the company were like, hey man, what are you doing? If you're going to own all this stock, are you trying to buy the company? And they were like, he was like, no, I'm just playing around. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to. But he bought so much that it put him into a situation where legally, like, if you own all this stock, you have to buy the company. And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then he got forced to do it legally because Twitter was going to sue him. Like, if you're going to play these games, we're suing you. He got forced to buy Twitter. That's probably why he changed it to X, because he got mad. That's what it was. He got mad. But he was forced to buy Twitter. That's a true story. Yeah, this is me being silly. Things were actually stuck inside. And I'm out here talk about, like, ICT, help me, I'm trapped in an order block. Trapped in an order block, just sitting there where I can't get out. Yeah, this is me. Kayla doing great things. I can't wait till this interview airs next week. One contract bought for $245. That's $245. It ends at $25.80, 2,580 bucks. That's awesome. It's a small, I don't want to get too much into her interview, but she's using a small amount of capital. She's taking the right signals, and she's taking the magnitude. I was like, let me hold one of them contracts. And it's just like, nope. Oh, all right. That's my intro. I'm looking for anything out here that was really good before I get out of here. Getting trapped in the order block. That was great. That was fun. Starbucks. The pumpkin spice is not working. Starbucks. All right. 2 down. It's going red on the year. 212 down on the quarter. All right. Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is not working. Let's see here. Yep. That's what she's saying. If it's inside bar, don't touch it. Leave it alone. Leave that crap alone. All right, we'll get back out here and we'll go through the broader averages. I just wanted to say, I'm not making fun of nobody. Let me see here with this, but this is a good point. This guy's talking about how, not making fun of this guy, okay? He's talking about how he lost a ton of money. Not happy. Sorry, there's wordy dirt on there. I did not notice that. But he's talking about how he lost a lot of money. And I'm like, dude, stay off of options. Trade stocks. I know people don't want to hear that. They want to hear fast money. They want to hear, 10x, 20x. They want to know all the stuff. They want to make a ton of money. This is K Trades again. They want to know how to make a ton of money right now. But I tell you what, you will go further with stocks. You'll go further in trading, period, if you just take the time to learn how to trade with stocks. If you learn how to create winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops with just stocks, those skills will translate over when you start doing options, futures, SPXS, all those other things. It'll translate over. This is Aaron Bailey. Get over here. That price. It'll translate over, but you got to take the time to learn. That's the problem. People ain't learning. People want fast money. They're not trying to learn. Me and K Trades got a good conversation about that. People ain't trying to learn, they're trying to get fast money. And that's where people are losing a lot. All right? You will go further with stocks, trading stocks, than trading options and all these other things. I tell first year traders, your first year, just trade stocks. All right, you'll win some money, you'll lose some money, you'll trade it back. All right, your first year your goal should be just breaking even. All right, then that next year, then you can start looking at options. Then you can start looking at commodities or futures or things like that, because you know how to create winning positions, you know how to read charts, you know how to stay in the game. Okay, all right, you know how to not gamble. You know how to not gamble. Let's get in. We're going right back to the charts. Let's see what happened last week. Let's do it. All right. They said enough of that, Strat Soldier. We trying to make some money. Where we at? SPY inside on the week. Inside on the week. So we do have an actionable signal for next week. Are we going to go 3-1-2 up or 3-1-2 down? All right. We're still 2 up on the month. Still 2 up on the month. That's good. That's good. And then your levels of reclaim and that broadening formation on a daily chart. It's messy, but it's not going toward 652. It's going toward 667. All right, that's what it's doing. All right, so if we get to 667, can we get to 673? That's what we'll be looking for. And then looking at their money flow index, then they're not putting a lot of money in this. All right, they're not putting a lot of money in this at all. It's a little messy. It's a little messy. Ms. Bacon, Zay. Dow Jones, same thing. Inside on the week. All right. QQQ, inside on the week. And Friday, inside on the day. If you're one of the weekend shift crew, I was talking about, you can draw trend lines. There's nothing wrong with using trend lines. All right, here's your nice little symmetrical triangle right here. I know we don't talk about this in the Strat very much at all. That's fine. But basically, it's just showing everything's consolidating. All right. It shows you the exact same thing we would look for in the Strat. Are we going up or down? It's got to break out. It's got to go somewhere. All right. It can, but this is also motherbar problems. All right. That's motherbar problems.
That's a motherbar issue.
All right. Motherbar problems. All that price is stuck in here. All right. All of it stuck. All right, but next week, are we going to go 3-1-2 up above 608.29? Or are we going to go below 590.65 in QQQ? So far, not red, still green. RSPs, S&P 500 equal weighted. It looks like it's pointing more toward the downside. We'll see. Small cappers, shout out to Marlon B, the only person I know that trades small cappers. Shooter on the week for small cappers. Let's see if that goes in force below. Make that yellow. Let's see if that goes in force below 240.37. 240.37. Okay. Here is your daily chart. Here's your 60s. Volatility it was going up but going back down. All right, that's good to know. All right, let's go through the sectors in multi-view. Wake up. How's the Twitter? Hey, get the come on with the chat. Come on, wake up. If you're new here, put a 1 in the chat. If you're new, put a 1 in the chat. All right. If you're eating cereal, put a 2. All right. We went from trading cartoons. We went from waking up to watching cartoons to looking at candles in the morning on Saturday. SPY, Dow Jones, QQQ. We already looked at those. XLK. You can see at a glance what's going on. Okay. But XLK Tech, Doji on the week. Aaron Bailey said 1. That's funny. XLU probably going to open up inside on the week next week. And then XLE still just chopping around. Hot mess. All right. All of this stuck in this. All right. All of this stuck in this. Hot mess. Not doing great. Labu Biotech's continuing to the highs. Probably going to open up inside week next week. XLV Healthcare. We might get a 2-2 reversal back up next week, but that's not a hammer, so I'm not really going to be looking at that. Inside on the week for retail. All right, we got Halloween coming up. Let's see what they want to do. All right. Inside on the week for SMH. We're going to be looking at NVIDIA. We'll be looking at AMD and other semiconductors. XLP, consumer staples. Interesting little 2-2 reversal back up on Friday. All right, in technical analysis, they call it an engulfing bar, an engulfing pattern. But back to the highs. All right, so not a lot going on. For actionable signals, we're looking at XLK. No, we're not. Sorry. That is a 2 down. And that's a doji. We're skipping that one. For actionable signals, shoot, we're looking for XRT retail inside on the week. We're looking at XRT retail, and we're looking at semiconductors. All right, XRT retail, semiconductors. Where's my notepad at? That's what we're looking for actionable signals for next week. All right, we got 5 more minutes. Any significant trades? I'll be going through the ones we talked about last week. Any significant price action I want to talk about? I got 5 minutes. I got 5 minutes before we start talking about actionable signals. Zay, since you're out here, what have you been looking at on your guys' show? I didn't miss it, I apologize, but what are you guys looking at on your show? Beach Bum, do the same. What you guys been looking at? What are some things you guys been looking at as far as price action? Again, I see everything just kind of stuck in here. All right, it is going closer to 667.75. I don't want to do actionable signals early, 5 minutes early. I want to see what's going on out here. Just looking at the stock market map. Here's the week. It's mixed. Kind of mixed. Apple. What's Apple been doing? All right, kind of just drifting. All right, UNH. We've been tracking UNH. UNH kind of not necessarily stalling out, but kind of going sideways. All right, not getting killed. We did have a shooter go down, but it came right back up. UNH. Remember in UNH, I made a video in this. We're waiting for that. We want this thing to go to 411. All right. This is not a. This is a monthly chart, so we're not calling this a shooter. It's still 2 up on the month. We want this thing to keep going. Keep going. Beach Bum says bought wheat. Okay. Long wheat and USOY weekly dividend. Pair long oil. Yeah, okay, yeah. We talked about that last show. Yep. Very cool. Yeah, since we were talking about Apple, we can look at Appley. Isn't that? Nope. Let's see here. APLY. Appley. 2-2 reversal back up on the day. Interesting. All right. We'll see. I don't know much about, again, I don't know much about these things, but yeah, it's doing it. It's doing it. What's Tesla doing? TSLY. I got 3 more minutes. All right. So they do move up. They do move up. Cool. TQQQ. All right. SPXS, man, not a lot going on. I'll talk about the VIX real quick. So VIX, this is a ETN, and it basically reflects what's happening in the VIX, VIX. And as volatility goes up, what the VIX measures is they say VIX measures fear in the market. What it actually measures is puts on the CBOE. Are people starting to buy a ton of puts on to hedge their positions in the CBOE? That's what it actually measures, right? And then based on that data, it turns into the information of, okay, there's fear in the market because everybody thinks it's going to go to the lows, all right? So VXX is something that we can trade. And yes, you can trade options on this as it's going down. All right, when the market's going up and the VIX is going down, all right, you'll see that. All right, you'll see that go down, and you can trade puts on that stuff as it's going down. Okay. Beach Bum says SL or ZLS. Okay, short silver SARC. Yep. Yes, SARC. I thought ARC would be done, honestly. Let's go down to usual suspects. I thought ARC would be over, but it's not. Still just kind of moving around. I thought I had Sarky in here. Maybe I don't. SARC, SARC, is innovation in here now? That's a joke that Rob used to say all the time. MSTR, just for funsies. I got 1 minute. Still going to the lows. What a letdown. What a letdown, MSTR. Wow. Yes, you could probably trade. Yes, you can trade it to the downside, but what a letdown. Wow. Heck yeah. IMHO. We tried to pull that up before it wouldn't go. But let's see if we can look at ZSL. Silver moving to the lows, coming up 2-2 reversal back up on the day. Okay, very good, very good. Anything else in Nvidia? I got 1 minute. Oh, there it is, there it is. All right, so not much happening last week. All right, that's it. Sorry. That was a lot. That was the longest 5 minutes of saying nothing. Not much happened. Not much happened last week. All right, jeez. Let's get to these actionable signals. Let's do it. All right. We in the tank. We got our ammo. Oh, there it is. We got our ammo. We in the tank. We ready. Let's do it. Let's do it. For the weekend shift last week, the really good list. Really good list. I already marked the winners. And anything that hit magnitude, we're going to call a winner. All right. Just to keep the rules easy for the show. If it did not hit magnitude, you could still be in it. It doesn't mean it's a losing position. All right. So Pfizer did trigger 212 down, but did not hit magnitude. All right. That's okay. Take it off the list. We're going to leave repeat. There might be some repeats on here. All right. Bristol Myers hit magnitude 212 down on the week. Very good. Win. Oh man, I don't have my notepad here. We gotta add up the winners. SMCI did trigger shooter down on the week, but didn't hit magnitude. Boring. Celsius went right back to the highs. We were looking for it to go down. It went right back up. That's not a bad thing. But didn't do what we wanted. Coup 212 up, didn't hit magnitude, but I mean you could still be in that. AIG, look at that. That's beautiful. We like those long red green bars. Bingo! We like those long red and green bars. AIG, fantastic. That's perfect. All right. CVS back to the highs, 212 back up. All right, they got to put their money somewhere because Walgreens is dead. They got to put their money somewhere. Walgreens is gone. Yeah, Walgreens. They got rid of Walgreens. They're like, we don't need you. And they're like, well, let's put our money in CVS. That's what's happening there. Merck. Is Merck doing the work? Yes, it is. 212 down, but is that a hammer? Yes, that's a hammer. All right, so we got a hammer for next week. Let's see if that goes above $86.51. Let's see if they take that back up to $90.11. It is 2 up on the month, but it's red. All right. We'll put it on the weekly. We'll leave it on there. We'll leave it on the weekly watch list. BSX 312 up, hit magnitude. That's a win. That's a win. Yes. All right. DG, Dollar General, unsuspected winner this week. Unsuspected winner from 100 to 103. Very good. Back to the highs, out of the ashes. Walmart 312 up, win. Very good. That's amazing. Abbott 212 down on the week. That was a win. Awesome list this week. ALGN inside on the week, doing nothing. Rev Strat on the week. You could be in that. That's okay. I'm not calling it a win, but you could still be in that. BIIB, you could still be in that, but not a winner. It did not hit magnitude for this week. CAH, now hammer on the, didn't do much, but now hammer on the week. Let's see if we can get that thing to go above 157.64. 157.64. Okay. Leave it there. Palantird, it didn't do much. I mean, it triggered and it did hit this, but I mean, it really didn't do much. All right. Well, it went down $2. All right, we'll call it a win. It went down a couple. You can make $200 on that. Nvidia, 212 down. Shooter and force hit magnitude. Win. BDX, 22 down. Hit magnitude came right back up. Now it's hammer on the day for. Hammer on the week for next week. Let's see if that goes above 189.57 and hits 194.57. All right, leave that on the list. IQV didn't do much. Didn't do much. DHR insight on the week. We'll leave it for next week, but it's I don't know. It is hammer in force on the month, all right? So you should be looking for more upside above 212.58. Boeing didn't do a lot at all, but it is a possible 312 down on the week next week below 210.42, and we're getting back into this level of reclaim here, all right? We have a possibility of going all the way down to 195. ABBV didn't do much. Take it off. I see the chat rolling. Humana was great this week. All right. We talked about this in the coaching session with Terry Baker. He got in this thing. It gapped down. It kept going. It was awesome. Got stopped out. And then he worked it the other way. All right. You can in the strat, you can learn how to trade both ways. And that's what we do in the broadening formation. Now we have a hammer on the week for next week above 281.47. The magnitude is 302.61. 302.61. All right, we'll leave it on the list. AMGN winner did what we wanted it to do. All right, CI 212 down, didn't hit magnitude, but we got doji for next week. That's a doji. McDonald's hammer in force on the week. Very good. Hammer in force on the week. That was fantastic. No actionable signal for next week, but that was good. That was good. That was an add-on. Duolingo, not doing a lot. Shooter on the week now. Let's see if they want to take that below 319.90. Okay. Lockheed Martin did hit magnitude. War Machines to the lows. Very good. MCK 212 back up on the week. Hit magnitude. That was good. Lilly 212 down. Shooter and force on the week down. Didn't really hit magnitude, but you could still be in that. No actionable signal for next week, and then now shooter on the week for next week below 887.45. So we got some repeats. We had some good winners. We got a weekly watch list to start with. All right. I've been watching Misty and then Connie. Very cool. Yep. Very cool. So this is what we got so far for next week. Again, we're looking at XRT retail. We're looking at retail, and then we're looking at semiconductors. Let's go ahead and do semiconductors first. Well, we got retail up. All right. Insight on the week on retail. ABG. That's a hot mess. Leave that one alone. We're looking for that good stuff. Where's that good stuff? Insight on the month. It's 2 weeks. We're going into the third week of October. I really don't want to trade anything still inside on the month. I really don't. Auto Nation, shooter on the week, inside on the month. Man, wow. Abercrombie going to the lows. They are wrecking this thing. Goodness gracious. 12 or 13 winners. 13 winners. That's awesome. Thank you for keeping count. I was going to ask you guys to do that for me. Thank you for keeping count. 13 winners for last week. That's what I'm talking about. Bingo! Thank you so much for keeping track of that. Thank you. Anybody know that AutoZone is a $4,000 stock? Wow. Okay. Best Buy. We're looking for these actionable signals. We do look for. I do use scanners, but honestly, all you really need is a watch list and a down button. That's all you really need. Okay. People put a lot of emphasis on scanners and things like that, and all you really need is a down button and a watch list. There is going, let's see here, last price, show price mod. There's something going on with this. I want that. Nope. All right, I'm having an issue here. If you guys were watching the weekend shift updates, this yellow is not, it's like getting covered up. So it's getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves. All right, we'll do it like this. It's still going to be a little awkward, but hey, possible 312 down in Claire's. It's already red on the month, 2 down on the month. Cassie, not doing much. Man, this is kind of shooter on Costco. Inside, that's 2 down on the month. Shooter on Costco, if you really want to take that down below 921, 16, if you got that kind of bread. Go ahead. Weeklies. Carvana, what are you doing, Carvana? Nope. Dick's Sporting Goods, what are you doing? Oh, man. That's messy out here. Where's that? Where them actionable signals at, though? Where are they at, though? Expedia, looks like they're trying to take profits on Expedia. We got a shooter on Expedia below 210.25. Looks like they're trying to take some profits on this thing. Flowers, penny stock now. Groupon, didn't even know it was still a thing. 2 down on the month and inside. Possible 312 back down below $20.11. Now we're starting to get into some signals here. Okay, good. All right. 2 down on the month and inside on the week. HZO below $24.25. Let's see. Kroger. What's Kroger doing? Kroger, no actionable signal. Ollie, what are you doing, Ollie? Shooter on Ollie. 2 down on the month. All right, Momo shooter, you're gonna need a reversal on the daily to get in on this, or the 60-minute to get in on this. You don't want to take it straight up, but there's a signal. This is a long list, so I'm trying to go through just the hot ones, the ones we know that move around. Okay. Alta, nope. Urban. That was Herb. Nope. What was it? W? I saw a shooter in here. Dang it. There's a shooter. Tractor Supply. 2 down on the month and a shooter. All right. That's a good signal. Let's see if the sellers keep selling this below $54.30. That's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Let's look at NVIDIA and put your tickers in the chat. Now's the time. Put your tickers in the chat. What do you want to look at? Put your tickers in the chat. Beach Bun putting some stuff in there. I'm not calling that a hammer. Well, ugly hammer. Nah, I'm not doing it. AMD. Someone said we're sleeping on AMD. No actionable signal for next week. Leaving it alone. Let's go down to semiconductors. Put your tickers in the chat. Some things you want to look at. You guys, inside on the week last week probably got you guys just kind of bummed out. I get it. Where's my semiconductors list? Why can't I see it? Let's see. Usual sesame. What am I doing? What am I thinking about? I don't know. There we go. All right, we're looking for them inside bars. 2 down on the month. Analog devices. Analog devices. Looks like they really want to take them back up above 224.22. AMD, we looked at them already. What's AMAT doing? Nope. Inside bar on Atom. That's a. Let's do this. Let's go down the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner. Change this to the week, and then we'll change this to inside bars and semiconductors. Shaking my head. SMH. I showed you guys how to do it manually. Might as well show you how to do it with a scanner. Strat Soldier Easy Setups. Here's all our inside weeks on this. Let's look at anything that's worth looking at. 2 up on the week, 2 up on the month, inside on the week for a possible 312 up above 126.53. 126.53. We'll put that on there. DQ inside on the week, 2 down on the month. Let's see if they want to take them back down below 224.35. We're not trading anything below $5 inside on the month. Skipping it. Microchip. What's Microchip doing inside on the week? Ugh, not doing a lot. What's Poet doing inside on the week? 2 up on the month. Messy. Inside on the week. 2 down on the month. Corvo. Let's see if they want to keep taking this one up above $92.43. Ribis. These are all inside weeks. Staying away from inside week, inside month. I want things already moving. Looking for things already moving. This is going to be inside week, and that's going to take it right back up to all-time highs. Wolf, what are you doing, Wolf? 2 up on the month, inside on the week. All right, let's see if they want to take that above $43.90. And then looking at the monthly chart, Wolf used to be somebody up to 142.57. All right, Wolf used to be somebody. XPER inside on the week, 2 up on the month. We'll put it on the list. Not really strong, but we'll put it on the list. SSTK, Shutterstock, merging with Getty Images. Okay. All right. SSTK. It's been a long time since I traded Shutterstock. Long time. Nice move to the upside. Okay. Very good. No actionable signal for next week, but that's good information. Let's go down to the Strat Soldier Easy Setup Scanner again. Inside bars, we'll change this to S&P 500. SMP. Because we got them inside weeks, dog. Oops. Bam. All right, inside weeks. Head them up. Inside weeks. Head them up. Save. Let's see what we got. Apple, inside on the week. 2 up on the month, and a hammer. Let's see if they want to take that above 253.38. 253.38. All right. ADI, we already talked about that. ABL, shooter on the week. Let's see if they want. Looks like they want to take some profits on that. Below at $91. Any tickers you guys want to look at, put in the chat. Marlon B, what's up? Man, we're just going through these inside weeks, man. It's kind of quiet out here. Kind of quiet out here. We're avoiding inside week, inside month, though. We want things that are already moving. We want things that are already moving. CDW, let's see if they want to take that below 145.21 to reconfirm selling on the month. Let me see. CVF, is there anything, Marlon B, is there anything you're looking at? Anything you want to look at? Chevron, let's see if they want to take it below 149 or take it above 154. DD wants to go above $80, 80.29. You know what? Let's go to let's see here. FedEx, Expedia. FedEx, what's FedEx doing? Insight on the week. It is 2 up on the month. Let's see if they want to take FedEx finally above 239.90. FedEx has not been the same since they've gotten rid of working with Amazon, or Amazon got rid of working with them. Has not been the same. Microchip, we already talked about that. FedEx or Netflix is $1,000. Not touching it. QCOM. Insight on the week. Insight on the, that's 2 down on the month. I'm not going to mess with it. I want something already moving. Already moving. Starbucks. Let's see if they want to take that back to the highs. I just got done talking all that mess about Starbucks, but it's moving back up on these dailies. Really good. All right, let's see if that pumpkin spice latte is really going to kick in. Okay, above $80 and $85.94. The magnitude on that is $89.83. Tesla inside on the week, 2 up on the month. It's not doing a lot, all right, but it could go above 441.46. Let's see if we can talk to 470.92. All right. Let's go back to that. I don't know why I didn't think about this. 2 up on the month list. 2 up on the month list, looking for inside weeks. Again, we want to look for things already moving. Let's look at the ones I have not looked at already. Celsius, no inside weeks there. Inside the week, no, I gotta get rid of that. Get out of here. Duke Energy, no, still doing good, but no actionable signal there. Google, nope. All right, I think that's where we're at. I definitely think that's where we are at. We don't have a ton of signals for next week. And that's it. It'd be like that sometimes. Any questions about the Strat? Put them in the chat. Any questions about the Strat? Put them in the chat. Come on now. Y'all tired this week. Nice big shooter on MLM. They are, man, big shooter on MLM. Y'all are tired. And that's okay. Hammer on Microsoft above 557, 517.36. Any questions about the chat, about the Strat? Put it in the chat. VRTX, okay. VRTX. Insight on the week. It is 2 up on the month. You got me there. Most of the time I'd have been like, nope. But yeah, let's see if they want to take that thing above 419.37. The magnitude that's climbing up this wall of woe up to 471.64. We got some signals for next week. We do. Try it. Yeah, cutting that grass on inside days. Yeah, go do something else. I think that's really important. That's a really big lesson for a lot of new traders, and I think it's a good lesson for traders that are new to the strat. They think they need to trade everything. Levels of reclaim versus the broadening formation, same. It's the same. What we're doing with the let's go to Humana, because I talked a lot about Humana. So what we're doing, here's your broadening formation on the week on Humana. They took it to the lows. All right. Now I'm going to mark it blue. I mark my levels of reclaim blue, so it's easy to I can still see it, but it doesn't distract from what I'm looking at, the price I'm actually looking at. Okay. And what we want to do with these levels of reclaim is just see where it's at in this range, because we know the scenario 3 is a broadening formation on a smaller time frame. We know that. All right. Now it's going, we have a possible hammer. If that goes in force above 280.63, it's going to be out of this range. Okay. Where's the next level of reclaim? If we look left, the next top level of reclaim is back here at 290.50 or 295.92. 295.92. Okay. So we're going to get out of this range. We could possibly talk to this one up here. Okay. Of course, our magnitude is here at 302. We know that. All right. It is at 302. But we're getting back. We just want to know when we're getting back into another range. So if you think about, and then here's the overall bigger one back here. And this is actually,
that's a mother bar issue.
All of this is actually stuck in this back here. Okay. So what these levels of reclaim, we're kind of using them like 10-yard lines in the football field. Okay. It's just showing us where we're at within the broadening formation. Okay. Shows us where we're at in the broadening formation. Are they taking it to the lows, or are they taking it back up? And I talk about all that in the Unlocking Broadening Formations course. But this is a really good, let me get rid of these. This is a really good demonstration of all of this is stuck in all of this. This big giant scenario 3 right there. Mother bar problems big time. Okay. But we're trying to work our way out of this. All right. And these levels of reclaim can help us do that. Okay. Apple, we already talked about Apple. Apple not doing much. Apple not doing much. It does have an inside bar for next week, and it is 2 up on the month, so we're going to see if that goes above 253.38. The magnitude's 258.67. 258.67. Okay. Let's see what they want to do. And I'm pretty sure that's on the watch list. Yep, there it is. There it is. SBET. What do these guys do? SharpLink Gaming. Okay. No actionable signal for next week, but they're taking them to the lows. All right. They're taking them down. Wow. Oof. Yuck. So same, but different drawings. Humana. Same in the idea that these scenario 3s are broadening formations on a smaller time frame. So if it helps you with these levels of reclaim, like I said, we're almost through this one. We're trying to get back to the top of this level of reclaim here. After that, oops, dang it. Hold on. Sorry. We're trying to get the top of this level of reclaim here. All right. And then we're trying, the next one after that is here. Okay. And those both get taken out with a magnitude of 302.61. And this is just to simplify where we're at in the broadening formation. All right, that's it. That's it. If it's too much on the charts, don't worry about it. But yeah, same thing, different drawing. Yes, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. So you don't have to draw hundreds and hundreds of broadening formations. All right. For some reason, there's people out there that think Rob said draw broadening formations off all the scenario threes. He never said that, but people do it. All right. But then your charts start to look like this. All right. Now you have all the broadening formations drawn. This is all over the place. Okay. This is actually a tool in TrendSpider where if it'll help you draw the broadening formation. Okay. So you just find the lines that line up to what you like. That makes sense. Double click it. Bam. Now you have a line. Okay. There's another broadening formation there that you could draw. Oops, this guy. So I could just keep going and going and going as much as you see. Okay. Up in here, let's see if there's one. I know there's one in here. I could see it. Yep, this guy. Double click it. I mean, it can look crazy. You can make it as crazy as you want, but I don't like doing all that. It's kind of fun though. Here's a good demonstration of trends. Turn it off. There's a good demonstration of how one broadening formation becomes the support for another broadening formation. Okay. Let me clean it up just a little bit. So here's your broadening formation down here, and that became support for another broadening formation up here. That's something I really don't draw a lot. I usually just get rid of them. When it's too much on the charts. But here's one, and then that's support for another one. Pretty cool. But yeah, I just like using the levels of reclaim to simplify everything. Okay, so I don't have so much stuff on the charts. All right, I just want to know, hey, we're getting up in here. All right, here's our next scenario 3 right here. Can we get back up to 314.15? All right, if we do, we got all these stops to take out on its way up there. all right, I see what's going on. I see, hold on. All right, I almost forgot to show the weekly watch list for today. We got some stuff. All right, actually, that's probably a lot. That's a lot for next week. There's a ton of inside weeks. All right, so if you want to take this thing and pare it down, simplify it so you don't have so much junk on so much, because you're not going to trade all that. That's fine. Okay, there's a lot of inside weeks for next week. And then in this watch list, remember we looked for inside weeks on retail, and we looked for inside weeks on semiconductors. So that's a lot in here, okay? And then we're looking for the movers, all right? And then we got some repeats from last week, all right? Not a lot of tech stuff in here, but there's some. You got Apple, you got Tesla. There's some repeats in there. There's some tech stuff, all right? Microsoft tech stuff, all right? All right, so that's going to do it for me and the weekend shift. Thank you so much, everybody, being here. Thank you. Maybe hey, next week, hopefully things get moving a lot more next week. All right, we had a good watch list. We had 13 winners. It was awesome. Go to thestratsoldier.com. Check out the Strat starter kit. All right, comes with 2 ebooks, Zero to Trading and Hammer and Force. Learn how to read these charts, learn how to start an account, and then 1 actionable signal that you can use to get in on anything that trades. And it comes with coffee mug, so you can laugh with me on Saturdays, drinking your coffee and laughing at these charts with me. All right, that's what it's all about, and these are awesome. And so this is your trading. This is your future right here. Your future in trading. It's not just a coffee cup. All right. And then I have a webinar this Wednesday at 7:30. Eastern Standard Time. All right, there's only 6 slots left. Check it out, the Strat Camp webinar. All right, learn the entire Strat in one night. You do get a recording of that, and it's with other students, and it's live with me. All right, it's not pre-recorded. All right, it's with me live, and you get your questions answered live. All right. Thank you so much, Dub Jones. Thank you, Aaron Bailey. Thank you, everybody, for being in here. This was fun. This is the Strat Soldier for the weekend shift. Do something fun. Go out there, play in the leaves. Get ready for Halloween. Do something. Have a party. Have fun. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.